Welcome back, creatives. I have another lovely card for you today using the Incredible Like You stamp set. I just adore this card. It's not difficult to make. It's definitely in line with our simple stamping hashtag. Again, this stamp set is from the Occasions catalogue, which is running through to the 31st of March and is on page 21 of the catalogue. And if you're looking at the catalogue, you'll also see there is a card kit that you can purchase with it. Once again, I'm using an A5 sheet of Whisper White, which has already been scored, and I'm just going to fold it and burnish it. Get that crisp edge once again. So, popping the card into position, I'm going to start off with the vines, these two. So rather than having them straight, I'm actually going to press these vines into a slight curve. You can't do that with a wooden block stamp, can you? So I've put it into a curve so I can create a circle on my cardstock to make a wreath. And the colour I'm using again is Pear Pizzazz. I just love this green. So I'm going to work up near the top of the card here. Just test it. And work the vine around in a circle. It should take about 4 stamps. So in this project I've actually used the full leaf stamp first, but you'll see in other projects that I have used a less full stamp first because it has a darker image, but this works too. Okay, so it's sort of over the center. We won't worry too much about that. So the next step is to take the other vine image and give it a bend as well, and just check that it's lining up with the first stamp. I'm pretty happy with that, so I'm just going to ink it up. And remember, when you're inking, just kiss the ink, don't smush it in so you've got ink all over the block. So I'm lining it up so it's slightly off center to give it a slightly bushier texture, so it looks like there's a couple of layers of leaves. And once again, it's just taking 4 goes with the stamp. And there we go. So that is done, that first part. I think that looks really pretty. So we've got our circle all done, and it's time to brighten things up a little bit. So I'm going to use So Saffron next, and the dot stamp. So the dot stamp has 3 little dots on it, but I think it's really cute. So I just tested it once again, and I'm ready to ink up the rest of the page. So you'll see that I've sped things up a little bit, but I'm just randomly placing the dots all over the card. It takes the plain white sheet of card into something a little bit extra special, I believe. Okay, so I've finished that just about, and you can see that the dots give that white card a little bit of a lift. Okay, so the next step I'm going to do is use the very small flower in the set, and I'm using the Calypso Coral once again, and I'm just randomly going to put the flowers around the wreath. So I'm using the smallest block, which is block A, and it is great for these really tiny leaves and petals. So once again, it's just giving a slight kiss, a test, and then I'm going to stamp up the rest of the wreath. So once again, I'm being quite random. I am making sure though that there are some on the outside of the wreath and some on the inside, and even a couple probably on the top of the leaves as well. And just making sure that there is an odd number of flowers. I think it's just more aesthetically pleasing that way. So it doesn't take a minute to do this, and as I said, it's all part of our simple stamping hashtag. So when that's just about done, just take another look and see if there's any empty spots, and I can't see any, so I'm popping that away for now. So the last thing we really need for this stamp is a sentiment. I really think this card needs a sentiment, and the one I have chosen is I Just Adore You, and I really adore this sentiment. I love the shape of it and I love the statement. So I'm just going to ink that up on the Memento Black and pop that in right in the center of the wreath. And there we go. Soak it in for a second. And it's such a lovely crisp image that. So there we go, another project done. It was so quick, wasn't it? Quick and easy, and so pretty. Anybody would love to receive that from you. So here's the card once again. More information is on my blog. Bye.